Hi guys, today we're in our design studio and we're going to be sharing with you outdoor living spaces.
Oh, so excited to be outside. It's been long enough.
Yeah, at this time of year, everybody's thinking about outdoor living. We got to start talking about this.
Yeah, you haven't already.
Yeah, and right now you really need to get out in front of furniture and anything outdoor buying, right? Because there's low stock on everything.
Yes.
And you want to make sure that you get your spaces furnished and ready to enjoy outside.
Yeah, and we're here ready to help you plan it.
Yeah.
These boards are going to be awesome. So we've taken 3 different manufacturers of higher end pieces and then compared them all with Amazon. And we'll have all the links listed below so you can shop to your heart's content. Welcome to Emilee and Lora. I'm Emilee.
And I'm Lora.
Please like and subscribe to our channel. We're a young channel and all of this support just keeps us going on. We really appreciate it.
In outdoor furniture, you have different types of materials that you can use based upon your environment. Wicker, rattans are really popular. Aluminums are very popular and low maintenance. These are all very low maintenance. And the wickers and the rattans are actually a resin wicker and rattan, so they're not actually wood, so they'll last forever. Then you have wood, which is like teak, and that's something that's a little bit more high maintenance if you want it to stay in its natural tone and finish. And then the other thing that's really hot for outdoors right now is concrete and terrazzo.
So our first mood board we have for you, we are taking a restoration hardware board to start off with. Everything on this board.
Who doesn't like restoration hardware?
I know. The number one thing that popped out to us was their opening page on their website was this beautiful chair.
So you might notice in outdoor furniture kind of a trend right now where everything's curved, right? Because it's that Art Deco vibe that's in furniture right now, and accessories and fabrics. Beautiful. I love it. It's the whole 70s thing coming and you gotta love it. So this chair is kind of a wired rope designed chair and has those beautiful curved shapes to it. And I love, you can get it in the off-white cushion, but in this kind of a rusty brown orange.
Yeah,
yes,
so pretty.
That color is very on trend right now. White fabric, is not really something that everybody can use, especially for us.
Yeah.
So we live in the Northwest, and white would be dirty instantly. I know, because I had outdoor furniture that was white.
I try to avoid it at all costs. This one is a great alternative. So it only, $16.95 is not totally luxury, blowing it out of the ballpark with your budget, but it is a splurge.
The things that we're showing you today, although some of them might seem a little pricier, they're actually still very reasonable for some folks.
So we've paired a really nice on-trend color right now is the blue. So we paired a pillow in blue to go with this. You'll see blue typically in the summer anyways because it reminds people of water and this, that, and the other, but
clear skies.
Yeah, blue skies.
It's a happy color.
I love the blue pillow with this, and it's in a really good durable fabric. Now, the restoration pillow, these are just the cover, and it's $195. So you would still need to get the insert. They sell those separately. But I love the pattern, and I just think it adds that pop of color.
Yeah, well, restoration doesn't do a lot of patterns.
Yeah.
Right? There are a lot of solids with very subtle patterns.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of this theme right here. But that pillow just gives you a little bit more up, right?
Yeah.
And brings that excitement in.
Yeah.
And the cool table. I love the table.
Oh, I love this table. So again, with kind of the rounded shapes that are in style right now, and it's a kind of a faux terrazzo look to it, but I love just the clean lines.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I agree.
We also have a rug that we picked out to go with this. It's just kind of a very slight ombre, very neutral, very restoration.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah,
still staying in that neutral, soft palette that restoration likes to do, but with the ombre it gives you a little bit more depth and color. Yeah, and then the lanterns. So a lot of people love lanterns, and the reason is at night they give you that moody, atmosphere that people are looking for when they're entertaining at night, and it's just so pretty.
Yeah.
And so restoration has many different lantern options right now, and this one right here is one that we chose for this setup.
For our next mood board, it's going to be all Amazon. So it's a restoration hardware dupe board, and we picked out some really great things that we think really give you that same feel and the same look. But for, a lot less.
Yeah. So this chair is similar in shape, not exactly the same style chair, like a club chair. but it has a very similar shape and style to it. So with this chair, we decided to pair it with another faux terrazzo end table. And it has those round shapes, Art Deco shapes that we were talking about before. And then we have this beautiful pillow that we've put with the chair, just to add that, again, pop of that beautiful blue. And then this rug that we have paired in this for this space actually has blue with cream. Stylistically, it gives you the same feeling.
Yeah. I mean, these lanterns, I have to say, like, if you really can hardly tell a difference between the lanterns from Amazon and the lanterns from Restoration in this design. Now, Restoration has a lot more modern ones also to offer, but the price tag, I mean, this is a big difference. So I don't know. I think I'd probably just go for the Amazon.
You know, we have bought a lot of lanterns on Amazon, and we've loved them. Our clients have loved them.
Absolutely.
And so, listen, if you can save a little bit of money, why not?
Yeah.
And you know what's great about the designs that we're sharing with you is that they're interchangeable. So if there's something that you liked in one of the designs, but you didn't want to spend, you know, a lot of money for the whole space, then you can just pull something, maybe the end table or maybe the lanterns or the pillow.
Exactly. That's the inspiration we're trying to show you, is that you can take a piece from one collection and add it to a piece from another collection very seamlessly.
Yes.
So for this board, this is all from Crate & Barrel. So we are definitely inspired by black and white this year. It's everywhere, and it's very classic. It's not going anywhere, I'm sure, for a while, because, you know, you can always add a pop of color, but black and white is going to be your foundation. And so what we really like about this is the very modern lines of this love seat. How cool is that?
It's a great piece. Again, has those rounded, sexy curves, right? You know, we love sexy furniture. And what's great about this is that it's smaller scaled, right? So it's a love seat as opposed to a chair, like we showed you just a minute ago. But if you have a smaller area that you're trying to outfit, this is a great way of doing it.
Yeah, in Seattle, we have lots of small areas. So,
you do. Porches,
you know,
sometimes small little deck
balconies,
areas, patios, and you can't fit a sectional or 4 chairs. This is a great way to get that style that's in right now. That's and again, this is so classic. It'll be around for a long time.
Yeah, and when just adding that pillow with a little bit of the geometric lines to it.
Love the pillow.
The pillow just gives it that pop.
Fun.
It's fun. It's festive. Yeah, it works.
So let's talk about the rug.
Oh,
the
I know.
rug is awesome.
It is.
Love this rug. So it has the cream, then it has this black line that's going through it. And so it has the tan. And we pulled that tan in to bring some warmth to the space. Yeah. All very natural. Definitely falls in with that Scandinavian kind of feel. Those are very common colors that you see in their styles. Yeah. And then I love these planters. They're so
I know. And the cool thing is they flip over, so you can use them in either. And we've shown them in both ways.
Love versatile furniture.
I love
and
this.
Accessories.
I was like, oh, these are too cool. So the planters themselves, they run $129 and $149 for the large. You know, that's not that crazy. It's gonna last a while, you know, forever, as long as...
Oh, you should have those, you know, as long as they're taken care of. I mean, they are outdoor pottery, so you should be just fine.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful. I love them. We will definitely be using these planters.
Exactly, yeah.
And pretty much everything that we're showing you, we would use. So.
We are going to have it all in our yard.
Yeah.
And this little fire pit, I just think is too cute, because sometimes you just want that real wood-burning fire pit, and you roasting your marshmallows in a small patio, and just need a little something compact. You don't have room for a big campfire. This gives you that feeling and the warmth.
Or you don't have gas, right?
Yeah.
Or you don't want a propane tank floating around someplace. They do make some fire tables that actually have propane tables that the propane tank goes inside, and we're getting ready to show you one of those in a little while, but not everybody wants that. A lot of people really like to burn natural wood, and this is a great way of doing it. Yeah.
And then to go with it, I mean, you're gonna serve some food with, you know, hot dogs or marshmallows.
Plates.
These melamine plates. These are perfect for outdoor use. So if they fall, you know, it's not gonna shatter and make a mess.
And pretty enough to use inside. I would use those inside all the time. And we have melamine plates that we use. And I would
with kids, you got to. So.
Yeah. So this next board is the dupe for the Crate & Barrel one that we just showed you. And everything came, again, from Amazon. And this is a sectional as opposed to a love seat. It is still a rather smaller scaled sectional, so it fits smaller type spaces. This one comes with this end table that you can see inside there. It also has those round shapes, but in a different way, right? So the backs are round instead of the sides being round.
Yeah.
It still gives you those curves. And I love the black legs with the wicker, the rattan. It's so pretty.
Yeah, this also has a appetizer plate. They have different sizes in melamine. Kind of look kind of rustic and pottery-like, but they're, again, melamine. And then the chimenea, which gives you that same wood aspect, but it's in a kind of different shape and form. I like it. It's
round.
Boho.
So it's definitely round again.
Yeah. It kind of gives you that same feel. And then these 2 pots, you really are an amazing deal. You get 2 planters for $100. And like we said, the price on the Crate and Barrel, what started off for just one of them being more. So, it just depends on what kind of look, size, shape you're going for. But I think we did a good representation of comparing the two and showing you what you can get. This rug, again, gives you some of that geometric shape, ties it all together, gives it a little interest, as opposed to it just being on the pillow.
Yeah, I like this rug a lot.
Yeah.
It anchors all the black and the white and puts all of the design down on the ground as opposed to on the sofa.
Yeah.
And I like that. I think it's really cool.
I do too.
So this is from EMORA at Home, bringing in that aluminum feeling that I was talking about earlier, about the different types of finishes that you can get in furniture. And it has a little bit of a rope detail on the arm, which brings in that rope trend that is going on right now. I love the dark cushion. We're always seeing so much white cushions, which are not very practical for outside. Sometimes you see lots of colored cushions. Now we're still staying in the neutrals, but we're going kind of a dark gray black cushion, which won't show anything, right? You don't have to worry. That's the ones I'm going to use. And you don't have to worry about things being spilt on it. Still, it has very sharp angles. So that's the other things. It's either round or square this year. So you're seeing a lot of round furniture or a lot of square furniture. And so we brought in this square shape this time, and we've paired it with round pieces. So you have the fireplace and the end table.
Yeah, this end table is too cool. Again, it's a terrazzo feel. It is more of a splurge, but oh my gosh, that detail with the inset cut out is just way too cool.
Garden stools are end tables, and they call them stools because technically you can sit on them. This fire pit, you need gas for this one, or you can hook it up to propane. Right, one of the two. But it's super pretty. It has that concrete. Concrete is really hot right now.
Yes.
So this really shows you that, and the round shape, and then it has the crushed glass on the inside of it.
Yeah, and it has a glass guard around, so for wind and just making sure nothing falls inside.
So 4 chairs around this fire pit in a setting. With between each chair, put that table.
Yep.
And then this beautiful rug.
Oh, I love this rug. Yeah, I love the design, and just gives that feel of summer boho outside, but staying pretty neutral at the same time. So it'll last, style-wise for a while, just because it's a very classic style for summer.
Yeah, well, it has that tribal, and tribal rugs are really popular as well. And I just think it's gorgeous. It also has a little bit of that brownish orange that we've been showing you in the other pictures, which it's so on trend right now, so pretty, and it's so natural that it will always work outside, because these colors are outside colors.
Yes. And to go with that, we did pair a faux plant, because sometimes we just don't have time to water. We are vacationing, we are running around.
Or you have a deck. So, if you have a deck and you don't want to worry about your pots overflowing or draining on your deck and creating these deck rings on your wood, this is a great way to do it. If you have a covered structure, you can put these faux plants out there.
Absolutely.
They look beautiful, they look real, and you don't have to worry about your deck getting damaged.
Yeah, exactly. So I love this look altogether. It's really gorgeous. Yeah. So this is the Amazon dupe page to our Amara Home board. So this starts off with an awesome chair.
Yes, so it's that aluminum Also still square shaped, which is really hot right now. And instead of the rope on it, it actually has wood.
Yeah,
on
the wood detail
arm,
there.
which I love the wood. Anytime you mix materials,
Yes.
right? The rope with the metal, or the rattan with the metal, or I love mixing all those materials.
I do too.
And so this one has, again, the dark cushion, which I love. Another great faux terrazzo garden stool end table, right? Which has a little cutout in it.
Yeah.
So it's similar to the other one,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Right? Yeah, trying to copycat. And then this rug is gorgeous.
Yeah,
I mean,
it gives you that tribal feel, but more neutral. Really, really pretty. Just collecting all the natural elements and the colors, putting it all together.
Yeah, yeah. And another round concrete gas or propane fire pit.
Yeah.
If you have a gas line already, you can just hook it up to a gas line. And if not, then you can use the conversion kit for a propane tank.
Yeah.
And it works really, and I love this plant.
Yeah, this is a nice pot that holds it, and it's a faux plant. Again, use it anywhere, anytime, any place.
Yeah, I mean, I would even use that inside. That is
I know.
so pretty.
I know,
I mean,
right?
I love it. You know, I think anytime that you can mix faux and real together, which kind of fakes it out, right? It's the same premise that we have in design when we design interiors, and we do high-end with more affordable, right? So when you mix all of it in, if you can afford to do everything high-end, well, good for you, go do it, you know? But not all of us can. You know, we really need to be able to, we want some of the high-end things, but we can't afford to do everything that way, so by mixing it, it allows you to do it. And that's the same thing you can do with our designs.
Absolutely. Again, all of these boards are interchangeable, but especially the two that we show you that actually compare one by one, each of those items really can be interchanged at any point. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So overall, the feeling is very black and white for summer, but adding a pop of blue,
or that
keeping
rust,
the rust
that brown,
color around, because you know, adding as much color as you'd like is great, but having those staples and neutrals will just make sure that they're going to last longer style-wise.
Yeah, and a lot of people have, you know, greenery that's coming from their yard, so that green is just another color.
Yeah,
right? It's
exactly.
just another dimension, it's another texture, another color. Keeping things neutral gives you a lot of room to do a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that you've enjoyed what we've showed you today, and that you find these useful. We're going to be doing a lot of this for the next few weeks, showing you a bunch of different things that you can use outside outdoor entertaining, really focusing on the outside living as opposed to inside living. And I'm sure we're going to have something that someone can use.
We hope this inspires you, and happy shopping. We'll have all of these links listed below, and also on our website, EMORAathome.com.
Yes.
Please like and subscribe, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.